Hey guys, it's Corey from Outback Tour. We are at a campground just half an hour from Rathdowney, and we have our family bunk van here set up. It's the OT16B. We're going to do a full walkthrough today. We'll start on the outside and then we'll do all of the inside. We've got our big 360-degree awning. It's already set up. So it has built-in lights, which you plug in with the USB here. And you can change the colors like so. You can go amber, or you can go cool white, or you can go both at the same time. So I've got two young kids, and I think it's a must-have with a big awning because it goes right around the front toolbox, and then it also comes right around here and does the back part of the awning, which also covers the bed when it's opened up. It just gives you such a bigger footprint when you're out here enjoying the outback. It's really good. We'll come through to the front and we'll start with the hitch. So we've gone with the DO35 hitch, which is rated to 3.5 ton, and our van is only 3 ton ACM. So like we're well under the limit. It acts as like a smoother ride when you're towing, and it also articulates side to side as well. It has that 360 movement. So that's really, really good. And we've also gone with the ARC 750 jockey wheel. This is really cool because it actually has like 4 adjustment heights. So when it's on the car, you can lift it up and then it locks back in. It's really, really good. And it's rated to 750 kilos. So yeah, well within the parameters of that. And so also got our handbrake here, and we've got our cold water tap here, which is really handy if you have to wash your hands. And then we've got our breakaway system here, which this here goes into a separate clip onto the car. And so if something happens and the chains come off the van, this system here will pull out of here and it'll lock the van up. So we've got our front large toolbox, so it's really good. So once you're under those 2 latches, lift it up. And so we normally fit our larger stuff in here, like our really big camp chairs, table, all the kids' toys and stuff. And you can also put firewood in here as well. We've also got our diesel heater tank here, which has a fill point up the top. It's a 10 litre storage capacity. So what that means is you've got a fair bit of run time for the tank. About 300 mils of diesel will do sort of like all night in the van. So it's actually really, really good on fuel. And then so you've got your gas storage box here. So this is for the secondary gas bottle, which is not plumbed in. So that's just for spare. And then you've got your front toolbox here, which is really good for if you want to carry extra fuel jerry cans. It's got the latches in here, if you can see. You tie them in, you can put like more water in there if you want. Or if we actually use it for dirty clothes with the kids, where we put them in the front, so keep it all away, nice and dry. And then you've got your main gas bottle storage box. So it holds a 9 kilo bottle, but we also have a reducing kit, so you can run a smaller gas bottle as well. There was actually a bit of engineering with this setup, because normally on a Caravan you would have your gas bottles on the drawbar, but we wanted to have them closed in a box. So we were able to do that and then have like a vapor drain. So like that is a really, really good unit because it's all nice and sealed, so keeps the moisture out and all the dust. So that's really good. And we'll just close that up. And then so here we've got our fridge slide. So you can fit a 95 litre Evercool or a Dometic or a Coolman. Yeah, great unit. The chest fridges are really good. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, fills right up. And then you've also got 2 storage boxes here. You can fit, pantry items, you can fit all your awning ropes, your awning pegs. Yeah, really, most you can use for anything really. And then here we've got another storage box here you could use for extra pantry stuff. Yeah, so we've tried to utilize all the extra space inside the van. So like, you know, it's really hard with all the cabinetry and working out what's best for like the weight of the van. So like we've got another storage box here, which is really good. And then coming to the door, we've actually gone with a manual step. I know a lot of people have the electric, but we just find it's just one less thing that can go wrong, and they're very sturdy, and they actually sit a little bit higher as well. Gives that little bit more ground clearance. Yeah, so with the flap on the door, because we've also got the Dometic dust reduction system, but dust will always find a way in. So this is really handy. So when you're driving, you've got the flap here, just put it on, just closes that vent up because you need the vent for your gas cooking. Yeah, it's really handy, and just keeps it all nice and sealed. And then so you've got your power supply here, and then you've got your extra pantry space here. This is where your TV unit can go. You can also use this, you know, for if you want to have an extra table, prep area. You know, we're sort of like in the afternoons, we'll use it for like, you know, cheese and crackers and, you know, eat off that. And then we've got our outdoor pantry here. And then it comes through to our outdoor slide out kitchen. So with this, it's pretty simple. You just have your 2 latches here. So you pull them in and then slide it out all the way. And then you've got your fold out prep bench here, which is easy just to fold it down like that. And then it has 2 drop down legs, just like that. Tighten the wing nut. Same for this side. And then you've got your cooktop here. Open it up and these just lock into these holes here. Just like so, pretty simple. And then you've got your drying rack here, opens up like that. And then you've got your kitchen sink tap here, hot and cold water. And then you've got your light. And then so underneath here, you've got your cutlery drawer here, 2 slide out drawers as well, and then extra storage space in there. And then you've got your pantry here, and all your bits and bobs. As you can see, we've already got a few things in there just to show you what you can fit in there. And so because this is a stowed away appliance, it's not plumbed to gas, so you just have a flexi hose here that you pull out and then you connect onto the bayonet fitting here. And they've also gone with the secondary bayonet fitting, which you can have your barbecue here and you can also cook at the same time. Really good design. Then we'll go to the back. So with this, these spare tires, they're on struts. So once you undo your latches here, they just fall down like this. It's actually quite an easy setup once you've done it a few times. So undo that latch there, pull this down, just like that. And then you've got your 3 latches. So there, that one there, and this lifts up. And I'm gonna do the setup, but I won't do a pack down. But from experience, in reverse, when you're packing this down, if you have had a bit of weather, you need to make sure you stand to the side because you'll pull that down and you'll get wet. So push that up all the way, and you got your spring-loaded little latch here. So that's on a spring. So you pull that out like that, and you open up the door to there, open up the door to here. And I'm not a very tall guy, so I use the tire as a step. So onto here, undo that latch there, come around to this side, step on there, undo that. This comes down all the way. Just open that up there. That drops down. And then you can either pull it from here, or if you got a sore shoulder or something, you want to get more leverage, you can actually do it from inside. It's really easy. They're just on 2 gas struts. So just pull it up. And then see, like here, so see how it's in the upright position? If you come back, it'll get caught. So you just need to make sure it's in the down position like that. pull it back, latch that off, do the top one, and then come to the other side, lock it in, and like so. Done. So then we'll continue around to this side. So you've got your power ins. This is when you want to charge the van. And then we've actually gone away from the storage hot water system. We've gone with an instantaneous system, which I think is much more efficient because you're not going to run out of hot water. You're going to run out of water or gas before that happens. And then so we've got our rear tank filler point for that tank, which is 120 litres. We have our mains water in. Then we've got our hot and cold shower rows, which is for our external outdoor shower. And then we've got our Dometic toilet here, which is just like your standard cassette. Got your lever here and pull it out like so. Push back in, that's done. Then we've got our front water tank filler, which is also 120 litres. Then we've got some more storage box here. I like to, with these boxes on this side, I like to have all my tools in here, which is nice and close to where, like the front area. So if I got my drill to lower the legs down, and we've also got another slide out here, which you can use for multiple things. I use it for my BBQ Weber. So with the 95 litre fridge, you can just fit a BBQ Weber. So underneath the van, as I mentioned to you before, we've got two water tanks, front and rear. They're 120 litres each. And we've gone with a pedal suspension just because they've been around a long time and you can get their parts anywhere throughout Australia. So like they're dual shocks on each side and coils as well. We have gone with a hot dipped gal chassis because these are fully off-road vans. So you'll be taking them on corrugated roads, you'll be taking them on the beach, and like, I know that you will flush them out, but it just helps with the longevity of the chassis. And then we've also got your steel surrounds on the grey water tank and both the water tanks as well. And then if we come back around to the wheels and tyres, so we've gone with a radial Good Ride mud terrain tyre. I believe that the mud terrains stick better to the road when towing with your van, and that is your general size, 265 by 75 by 16. And we've gone with your alloy wheels, and we've paired them with the SDF bearings. They've been proven to be really good for us, and we will use Penrite grease as well. Okay, so that's everything on the external of the van. Now we'll go inside and we can have a walkthrough of how we put the bed back out, have a look at the bathroom, and then the bunk beds for the kids. Okay, so inside the van, we've got our bed, which we just folded back out. And as you can see, it's a massive big king bed. So we've got USB-C and USB ports on both either ends, and we've got our lights as well. So if you want to read at night time, and we've got all our storage pockets here, and we've got the Rocco fans on either side. And then so this table, it is removable from here, but you can also spin it around to which direction you want. So you can sort of push it to the side. You can go like that if you want. Someone can sort of sit on the end of the bed here, and you can have something to eat. So go push it to the side. I can show you here. Yeah, we put plenty of storage throughout the van, anywhere we could, just for all your little items. And then so close that down. And then so as you can see in the canvas, we've got the windows, and they all are open because we've opened the van, and as you're closing it, you need to have the windows down like this so it pushes the air out, so it tucks the canvas in when you're closing it. And so here is the actuator. So we've gone with two of those. So you've got one here and then one just behind you. We'll have a look on the way out. But yeah, they go all the way down through to the chassis, and they are the lifting mechanisms that helps the roof go up. And then so behind me here, we've got an internal fridge, which is an option for this van. And then we've got some more storage here And then in this top cupboard here, we've got your Redarc Red Vision screen, which this is basically like the brains of the van here. So you can operate all your light switches from here. You can turn your fridge off and on. It shows your water, obviously they're empty, and then it shows your battery supply. You can turn on the water pump from here. You have to make sure it taps not on when you do that. And then this is also your hot water system controller, and then your diesel heater. And then this is also your manual option for the roof to go up and down, but you also have a remote as well, which I can show you later. And then so close that up. And then so really cool feature about the Bunk van layout is, I'll move this table, go around this way, is that so in the other vans, all your Redarc manager system and your inverter is under the bed, but in the Bunk van, it's actually under here. So you've got all your isolated switches in here, you got your water pump easy access, you got your inverter, and you got your manager system. Really easy to get to, yeah. Which then is paired with our, on the roof, we have 600 watts of solar. We've got the Truma aircon, and we've got the Dometic dust reduction system. And as you can see, it's very lit up in here. We've got, I think it was 12 downlights we have in here. We've got the smoke alarm, we've got the roof speakers. So yeah, we've tried to utilize all that roof space. So in this van, we have a hot and cold sink, and then we have the dual cooktop, and then we've also got, yeah, more cupboard space in here all throughout. And then so with the batteries, we have two 200 amp batteries, lithium ones. They under the battery hatch for easy access. If something happens, all you have to do is undo the 4 Allen key bolts and you got to your battery straight away. Because for a new compliance, the batteries have to be outside the van. So they're in a sealed steel box underneath on the chassis. So onto the bathroom. So we have a basin here, which has a flip mixer here, and then we've got a Dometic internal toilet, and then we've also got, come in here, we've also got the shower rows here with the hot and cold mixer here. So you also have the option for your taller people to come up the top and put it right up here, which obviously at my height, yeah, plenty of room. And then with this pan as well, we get a few comments about it's facing that way, but this top actually spins and you can go that way as well. And then yeah, obviously we have the hot and cold basin here, and then we have the curtain, which is really handy, especially for when you have kids. Just put this across, have a shower, everything's nice and dry. You're not going to wet the toilet or wet the basin, and once you're done, just fold it back to the bunks. Now, I personally think our bunks are much larger than our current competition in the hybrid market. We've tried to utilize the space at the front, so like with no sort of front storage box, we've actually kept it here. As you can see, you got the roller shutters for all your kids' stuff. Now, my daughter, she sleeps in here. She fills it with her toys, all her clothes, all her knickknacks. She loves it. It's really, really cool. And then so to the top bunk, you got the little ladder here, so you can just climb up here, go in here. And then so with our bunks, they are actually the full width of the van, which there's about 2100, so a lot of length there. Yeah, so you can get extra rails if you want to. But yeah, both my kids have slept in here and there's been no dramas at all. They love it in here. They love coming away in the van and coming in the bunks, and yeah, it's such a good addition if you've got like a family of 4. We can do a third bunk. It just means you can either have, you lose all this here and you have the third bunk here and you lose the fridge slide, or you can opt to have a third bunk here which folds out. But yeah, that's something we can discuss, yeah, if that's something that you need. And then so here's the second actuator. So it's, yeah, obviously locked for multiple reasons. We've gone with these type of lifting actuators for the van just so that if there's any ever a problem, which there rarely is, you've got a lockable cabinet here, which you just open up. You've got access in here. There's a manual option that you can put the roof up and down. Yeah, really good unit. Yep, so on your way out, you've got your switches here for all your lighting. So inside, you've got the doorway switches, which does the walkway light area here. Then you've got your rear lights, your outside lights, and then this is also your fridge light as well. And then you've got more power here, and then you've got your fire extinguisher here just in case. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough video. I no doubt would have forgotten some stuff because it's very hard to remember everything. But yeah, this is actually my personal choice. Obviously having 2 kids, when we go away, they love it. We'll have a full range of all the specs on the website, which is www.outbacktourer.com.au. You can go in there, you can have a look at all the different models we have. You can book an appointment, give us a call. We can even do like a FaceTime or a Zoom call, go through the van. Hopefully we can find one for you. Thanks for watching.